Kenya is visa free to the whole wide world, but you have to pay 30 USD. So, is it visa free? Of course, it's visa free. You have to compare that to how much you pay going to the US or the UK, where you have to like pay 180 USD transportation, and there is 80% chance that your visa is gonna be rejected and that money is gonna be kept. But in this case, you pay 30 USD and you're in Kenya. Enjoy the safari, the beautiful landscape, the beautiful national parks, the people, and all of that. I know you like free things, but not this time. All right, let's talk about the advantages and disadvantages of this decision made by the Kenyan government, starting with the disadvantages. Let's go. Number one disadvantage is security. Yes, and when I say security, I don't mean like you Kenyan youths complaining, oh, Nigerians are gonna come in, take your women. No, I don't mean that. I'm looking at the bigger picture here. I'm talking about smugglers coming in. I'm talking about counterfeit goods coming to the country. I'm talking about rapists. Do you remember the story of the American that was defending the 3-year-old Kenyan girl? The one that was sent to prison for 50 years and 8 years got out of prison. I was asking for passport and all of that. Yes, story like that. Story like that is gonna be happening in the country. So it's really a disadvantage, like making open the country to the whole wide world and not really like putting some kind of measures in place. I mean, look at the whole world, like they are protecting their borders from other people. But Kenya said it's good we open our border to the whole wide world. So that's the number one disadvantage. And let's go to number two disadvantage. Number two disadvantage is the country is gonna lose value. You know, there's this human psychology that, you know, you value things that you work for. Like you value things that you put your money in, your, you know, hard-earned money in. When you like do those things, you value those things. You know, imagine Americans start like queuing in Kenya embassy, like suffering just the way Kenyans suffer to go to America. Queue in the embassy, you know, to get the Kenyan visa, pay some amount of money, and in some cases they even reject their visa. Like they really work hard to get that visa of Kenya. Trust me, when they come to Kenya, not only that they will respect the citizens of Kenya, they will also respect the constitution. They will respect the conduct of the institutions they find themselves. They will value the rules and regulation. They will value the law of Kenya. But if they just wake up tomorrow, they pay whatever they want to pay, and come to Kenya, of course it's easy. Do you know how Kenyans suffer to go to America? When they go there, they are serious minded. Like they wanna like, whoa, they know what they went through. They know what like the suffering, the discrimination also at embassy. You understand? But you look at it. You go to American embassy in Kenya, who are queuing there? Kenyans. You go to Kenya embassy in America, who are queuing there? Kenyans. So you don't see like white people or Americans queue in embassies suffering to get visa to come to Africa. That's why they come here. They come with this mindset of conquering. You understand, like taking over. But Africans travel there just with the mindset of, oh, greener pastures and all of these things. So I think making this free to the whole world is like gonna make the country in a way lose its value. You're gonna see foreigners practicing corruption in Kenya. You're gonna see foreigners with all those little Kenyan girls. I mean, it's not even yet like visa free to the whole wide world, but look at it. Go to like Westland, or go to the nightclubs. Go and see the amount of young Kenyan girls with all these old white or whatever, like you call it, like foreigners. Yeah, it's gonna like it's gonna increase, and you're gonna see a lot of foreigners starting business on a tourist visa, and it's also happening now. Go to Indiana, like the coastal area of Kenya. There are a lot of tourists having businesses, and they came with tourist visa, having businesses on tourist visa. So things like that is gonna like occur a lot in the country. Number 3 is sanitation, hygiene, or whatever you call it here. You know when Paris was like there, when you hear Paris, everybody talking about Paris, but I went to Paris. I saw the reality of Paris, how dirty the street of Paris is, how unkept, how like disorganized, like especially around the Eiffel Tower. When you're there, you will see for yourself, like things like that. Another example is like Bali, you know, how the country is really start losing its moral values. Like people start smoking on the street, and this is something they don't represent. Like, you know, you start people just start doing anything, especially like when you know these foreigners, like especially like the westerners, when they come to Africa, because they really like suffer, like be like, or when they come to like to go to places, like they think they are superior to like these countries. They do whatever they want, and countries like have their values, you know, their moral values, their laws and everything. So things like that is gonna be occurring. You're gonna be seeing a lot of dirty things, like people smoking on the street, dropping trashes. For example, Westland is like the Westland and Kilimani in Kenya. It's like these are like the places like foreigners really engage, like move to when they come to Kenya. Nairobi, for example. It's really like a clean place, like a really well kept place. The infrastructure, the tourism is booming there. The streets are really clean, but I'm just afraid if that's gonna like maintain when they are gonna make it visa free now to the world, because people are gonna be doing anything. If you do a research, you will see Bali, Paris, like all these tourist destinations that really got like the global attention. So things like that is gonna be occurring in Kenya, Nairobi to be specific. So that's another disadvantage of opening the country to the whole wide world. Another disadvantage is colonization. I know this sounds like somehow weird or unbelievable, but just pay attention. You know, opening border to the whole wide world. Who are the people that really afford a lot to travel to these places, like Kenya, for example? Of course, the white people, because it's cheaper for them to come to Kenya. And one thing about like these people, they travel with a mindset of conquering, of colonizing. Like this is what Africans are quick to forget, and this is what they are making them believe in. Oh, you need to like forget and move on. You can only move on if things are not repeating itself. Go back into history. How did the colonizer came? They came as sailors, you know, missionaries and all of that. And now they are not even like inviting them now, open borders for them, coming as tourists, you know, company owners. Look at how they move to Africa. When a white man or foreigner like from outside Africa move to Africa, they come with the mindset of like having company, you know, having natives work for them, you know, in their companies and all of that. But when an African wants to travel, for example, to America or anywhere in the West, they go in there with the mindset of, oh, I'm going to seek for greener pastures. I want to send money home for my parents. This is it. But these people don't travel with that mindset. They want everywhere they go, they conquer. Go back into history. It's not even that too long for us to forget. The oldest country in Africa that gained independence is Ghana, 66 years. And look at what Ghana is going through, or look at like what Africa is going through, neo-colonialism. So it's just like re-strategizing their colonization. That means Africans, we should not be too quick to forget that, oh, we should open our borders, you know, because look at them. America will not even think of making their country a visa free to the whole wide world. I mean, it's the land of the free and all of that. If you look, even going back into their history, but they will not even think of making a visa or their country open to the whole wide world. But Africans that have been victim, Kenya, for example, is making also that open their country to the whole wide world. And who are they inviting? Of course, it's their colonial, like the colonial masters. They are inviting, because look at the amount of Africans that even travel low. Because one reason why they can't travel is the high cost of plane tickets, and they are not even like that exposed, and even like no more that we need to explore, because they are being like, they have this syndrome of the only way to make it in life is to go outside Africa. So all of like 80% of Africans want to leave the continent. They want to like travel outside Africa. So if you make visa free to the whole wide world, of course, Africans are not the one that are going to travel a lot to Kenya. It's going to be the same colonial masters. So they're going to come again. They're going to conquer land. They're going to conquer your like their business, if, agriculture, whatever you think, all these sectors, you're going to conquer it. And this is how the native will start working for them. And the native will like start not affording to even live in their country, and what they will left with working for the foreigners. And this is how they will take over again and colonize countries. So colonization is another thing. So I always say like look at things at the bigger picture. About the advantages, I don't think I really have that much of advantages, because I still believe that's not really a smart decision made by William Ruto. But however, I will share with you what I think are the advantages of this particular decision. Number one is revenue. Yeah, that's gonna generate revenue for the country. Not only from this 30 USD they're gonna be paying online, but also in the tourism sector. It's gonna like generate attract a lot of tourists to come in, invest money, and yeah. But again, what is the fiscal policy put in place? Like, how are they gonna like channel this 30 USD paid by tourists to come to the country? What are they gonna like the government expenditure? I mean, like how are they gonna channel it? It's another question. Or is it just like a way because World Bank came in, Kenya took loan from World Bank, and this is just a way of like paying back World Bank or whatsoever? Because since the loan from World Bank like came in from IMF, taxes increased, school fees increased, and this is when all these decisions like start coming in, you know. Yeah, but I think it's gonna generate revenue for the Kenya government. That's number one advantage. Number two advantage is that's gonna attract genuine investors. I said genuine investors because I wish for genuine investors to come to Kenya, like to invest in the country and make sure the country either 50-50 or let's say 70-30, because this is how other countries like do. Not like an investor that will come with a mindset of exploiting, like taking advantage of the country, because Kenya has really gotten the global attention now. That's gonna really attract a lot of investors to come in. But I just hope the investors that are coming in, they are like really genuine investors. So it's gonna attract, you know, foreign companies, for example. It's gonna attract foreign investors and all of that. And if investors like coming, the royalties, like no sorry, the taxes like they get from these companies and all of that will also like boost the economy. However, if you are somebody that have been struggling to visit Kenya, yeah, here's your chance. Take advantage of this. Come to Kenya. Maybe you can just come in the first like time to observe if it's a place for you to move to, or if it's a place for you to like invest in or whatsoever. So start packing your bag or put Kenya on your bucket list, because now it's easier. If you have been struggling before coming to Kenya, now struggle no more. The government have made it easier for you to come, but just come with a positive mindset. Just come with a genuine mindset. Don't come with your with the mindset of like abusing the country's rules. Don't come with the mindset of like abusing the women or whatsoever. Don't come with a mindset of like exploiting. Don't come with a mindset of like, oh, because it's visa free now, or I can pay 30 euros to come and like be doing drug or whatsoever. Just come genuinely. Come if you're a tourist. Come and explore the beauty of Kenya. Enjoy the beauty. Kenya is a very vibrant and, you know, open country. The people are very open, welcoming, and all of that. You will really enjoy Kenya, but just don't take advantage of that. I personally am planning a good trip to Kenya. I'm gonna bring like a details of that group trip to Kenya, where we bring people to Kenya and explore the beauty of Kenya, like the Masai Mara, the national park, the history, and all of that. Kenya is a country you can get whatever you want in Kenya, as long as you get your money up. Yeah. So get ready. I will also like share the details of how you can apply for the visa, the 30 USD, how you can pay for it and get your visa in 3 days. I will share the details in the description and all of that. However, thanks for making it to this point in my video, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. This was a short one, but I look forward to seeing you in my next video, and bye bye. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like this video if you really think this is also a great decision by Kenyan government. Share your opinion on this particular topic in the comment section. Otherwise, see you in my next video.